a new life. A new life for your kids. A new life for your descendants. No more wars. Absolute serenity. We can help you. Become one with us. Project When the World Burns. Embrace the serenity. This is your new home, Levi. Don't worry, those devils don't know you're here.
You.
Hi.
What are you?
Did you know we were made by the same God?
What the fuck does that have to do?
You and your friends are special. Did you know we're not only made by the same God, we're made from the same materials, same clay.
Come on.
I want this. What to do? You're right, I'm wrong.
You can feel it. It protects us. Oogie, 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 oogie. Pray to the corn god. He's corn electric. Oogie, 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 oogie.
Why are you doing the Washington Clip Cave wedding dance? Washington Clip Cave.
Oh my corn god.
So, a brunch, huh? That's Fraser fancy.
It's just to impress the immigration officer. Sonia and I have to be believably married for 2 years, and then I'll be a real American and get divorced.
Let's talk about something else.
I think Chloe is probably the smartest of the Kardashians, because, she makes the most.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Did you know we're not only made by the same materials, we've gotten stronger. And the fact that your kind, you, almost tried to kill me. Now you will pay.
No!
And we have a go for auto sequence start. Columbia's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia with a multitude of national and international space research experiments.
Houston now controlling the flight of Columbia, the international research mission finally underway.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
Columbia now rolling on to the proper azimuth for a 39-degree inclination to orbit. Shuttle in a heads-down, wings level position for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 30 seconds into the flight, the 3 liquid fuel main engines beginning to throttle back in a 3-step fashion to 72% of rated performance, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier. Columbia already 2.5 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 4.5 miles in altitude. The main engines beginning to rev up to full throttle, 104% of rated performance.
Columbia, Houston, your go at throttle up.
We copy, go at throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Rick Husband, joined on the flight deck by pilot Willie McCool, flight engineer Kalpana Chawla, and mission specialist Dave Brown. Mission specialist Laurel Clark, payload commander Mike Anderson, and payload specialist Ilan Ramon seated down on the middeck. 1 minute, 26 seconds in.
20 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Take shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 20, down a half. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The 11-foot beds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind. Tony, this is so great you can't believe it. I believe it, Charlie. It's raining, Johnny. Okay, let's go, would you, Charlie? You got all your steering and get straight. Oh, this is going to be some kind of different ride. Hippity hoppity, hippity hopping over hill and dale. Da 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 da. Hippity hopping along. 1. Ignition. Run away, Houston. Vector good. We're burning flat. Right. Looks good, flight.
Introducing Edward Mellows.
I used to be the head of NASA until something strange happened. The lights were off for a minute. We lost connection with the astronauts and we panicked. The lights turned on and I was fired because I was wanted by the states for a crime my brother committed. While my brother took my job, I don't know what happened, but it happened during the landing on the moon. We might have disturbed a species far greater than us.
9. It was a bitter cold but sparkling clear morning at Cape Canaveral. Here at the last seconds of the countdown.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
All the communications between the shuttle and mission control indicated everything was going fine. There was a sense of relief that the much-delayed flight was finally underway.
Engines at 65%, 3 engines running normally, 3 good fuel cells, 3 good APUs. Engines throttling up, 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
It happened just over 1 minute into flight.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
From Mission Control, silence. Then the bland, chilling report.
We have a report from the flight dynamics officer that the vehicle has exploded. Flight director confirms that. We are looking at checking with the recovery forces to see what can be done at this point.
Slow motion. A search effort couldn't begin for some 15 minutes after this. Debris, they said, just kept raining from the sky. The head of the space shuttle program had no explanations, just sorrow at the tragedy.
At 11:40 a.m. this morning, space program experienced a national tragedy with the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger approximately a minute and a half after launch from here at the Kennedy Space Center.
Computer-enhanced video shows the explosion in detail. What explosion appears to happen at the rear of the spacecraft, around the main engines, perhaps in one of the two solid rocket boosters. Then a blast higher up. The shuttle was instantly a blazing fireball. NASA has appointed a committee of top engineers and scientists to investigate the catastrophe. Orders have been issued to impound all records concerning the flight, down to the personal notes of all the flight controllers. Dan Molina, NBC News at the Johnson Space Center, Houston.
Introduction. Yegor Zaitsev.
I was with my naval crew before a chunk of metal hit us and pierced our ship. We almost died, but we were saved by a flying man. He called himself Starman. He wasn't human-like. Obviously, he wasn't since he could fly.
Help! Help! What do you want from me? You took everything from me! What else do you want?
You were supposed to kill me. Humans had this genetic gene that could kill Kokitos, because we were supposed to be your rivals. But, evolution, us leaving and going onto the moon, that gene went away. But since you decided to go to our home, we came back and we're taking everything. Because you ruined our lives, we're gonna annihilate yours. But you, your family, your friends, you're the only ones that have the gene. So if we kill you, the world is ours. Well, you're not.
You're not gonna! You're not gonna!